Let's go. We are back on Anjou Pop Corner channel. The second interview I do in English, so sorry Manu for my English. I hope we will understand everything I will say.
That's okay. I think I've got croissant in my beard. I just finished the croissant. Is
Good croissant. Good croissant.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm in Paris.
Yes.
I'm stuffing myself with croissants.
So we are here with Manu Bennett. You are a New Zealander? Yes.
Correct. Yeah. I was born in New Zealand. I was raised in Australia. But,
Australia, yes.
But Southern Hemisphere. Yeah.
Can you tell us more about how you got there? How you got to acting and everything?
As every young kid, I was fascinated by movies. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think I saw like 5 times when I was a kid, and I got into dance. I did breakdancing. Breakdancing.
Yes.
Yeah, and then my girlfriend was a ballet dancer.
Oh,
I got into ballet.
You still dance?
Yeah, a little bit. Then I didn't do anything.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, just like.
So then I got into music, and I was expressing myself artistically.
Yes.
And then suddenly the question just popped into my mind of, would I try, would I go from those artistic expressions into acting?
Yes.
And I was a little bit scared at first, and I went for an audition at an acting school that was a dance and drama school. And because I was a good dancer, I automatically got in.
Was it in Australia then?
In Australia,
okay.
yes. And, to be honest, I had a very, very lucky run. The very first audition that I ever went for was for a major television show.
Okay.
And I got it.
Okay.
So I went straight into being a working actor, But, I'd done many years beforehand of artistic expression. So, when I think like I lucked out on my first audition, I had done like at least 6 to 8 years of other types of expression, dancing on stage, playing and writing music, and then just to open my mouth and express myself as an actor just sort of came naturally, yeah. But I was grounded by those other disciplines, yeah.
It's your way. It's what you.
And I played rugby, and
yes. I wanted to talk about rugby because Australia and New Zealand and the All Blacks and everything. You still play?
No.
No, wow! You can.
No. I was playing like at a national level when I was in my 20s, and one thing. One stage I was meant to try out for the national team in Australia, in the schoolboys area, but I had to dance in Swan Lake on the same weekend.
That's
opposite thing. I had to choose between going and running up against the biggest physical guys in the country at my age in school, or going to a stage and dance with ballerinas.
Yes, why not?
And I had to do the ballet because my dance teacher threatened to take me to court if I didn't do the show, because I was the only dancer they had.
Yeah, that's really.
So I've had I've had moments where I had to choose between this or that, and ultimately, the acting career became more international for me with Spartacus.
Yes, of course. It's the Crixus character.
Yes.
It's why we know you here with Crixus, Deathstroke after that.
I was a Gaul.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, I said that very loud, didn't I? Is that the right place to have the microphone?
Yes.
Like right inside your mouth, like.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you got that. And after that, there is also The Hobbit. With
Peter Jackson had seen me in Spartacus, and when I auditioned for Azog, when he went through his tapes, he was looking for somebody with physical presence, because Azog's the king of the orcs, the mightiest of orc warriors. So at that time, because I was 2 years into doing Spartacus, all of the weapons work and being powerful as a warrior was already part of my.
It's the kind of character that you like, or it's just like that because the casting is okay. We see you as a powerful.
I copied my performance as Azog was a mix between. I chose because I knew Azog was going to be this giant white orc, and I thought like a white shark.
Yes.
So the whole time I was playing like Jaws, a great white shark. I was moving like this kind of shark movements.
Okay.
in Azog, and then I chose exactly dun 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 dun. I had this going on in my head when I was performing it, and then I chose the voice of Darth Vader.
Okay.
So
Mixed.
I was moving like a shark, and then going like, "I am your father, Luke." You know, Ubak de Lubnak. That's my black speech as Azog.
Okay.
Was pitched on the idea of Darth Vader having that most menacing voice.
Is the motion capture really different, or it's like acting on every?
Well, no, because when you act in sort of in front of the camera in kind of like, you know, a character that you're playing in costume, the costume is kind of like half informs you of what you're playing, you know.
You are in the character.
Yeah, you know, if I dress up as Deathstroke, I'm Deathstroke, you know. I mean, you know, if you've ever been to a party and people dress up as Batman and they go, "I am Batman," and it doesn't matter what voice they use, they all of a sudden they're Batman, right?
Yes,
because of the
of course.
costume, right? So you know, the Deathstroke was the costume, and that informed that. I mean, Crixus dressed up as a gladiator. You're a gladiator, you know.
Not a lot of clothes.
Well, if you were dressed up with not a lot of clothes as a gladiator, they'd go, "Oh, Spartacus," you know, and you go. You know, if you were here, they'd go, "What are you cosplaying as?" "Oh, Spartacus or Gladiator." You know, I mean, you know, the costume half informs. But with motion capture, you have sensors on you, and they end up drawing graphically. You know, Gollum or Azog or any of these CGI characters gets artistically drawn on a computer over the top of the body of the actor. So you don't have the costume, you don't have the environment, the surroundings around you, and some of the time you don't even have the actor. I never acted with Richard Armitage.
Okay.
I had all of these scenes in The Hobbit fighting Richard Armitage, but I never once worked with him on the film. Yeah.
So do you feel like you are alone, and then you discover what the final result is? And
I went to the premiere in Wellington in New Zealand, and it was the first time I saw the end result of walking around in a green suit, you know, with dots all over my face. You know,
Okay. Good memories then.
Amazing, incredible to work with Peter Jackson and on such a project. Yeah.
What about now and your recent project? What are you working on? And maybe you are less doing movies or everything, or have you a big project coming?
You know, last year I was working in America on a kind of a show about people climbing mountains called The Summit, and you know, the network got sold. You know, I'm not going into that project anymore, and I'm just taking a pause about what I want to do next. You know. I'll probably go to LA next year, and maybe we'll see. You know, the next step. You know, I'm in no rush, but you know, I've played some amazing characters, and I don't want that run to stop.
Yes.
But it's a matter of thinking like, what is next? You know? And you know, I'm more interested in seeing. You know, I think the world's in a very interesting place. And I think it's going to take some very brave script writers and artists to imagine the next decade of film and television. And I think we're getting braver. And I think I'd like to be part of something maybe a little bit more about the world we're living in right now, which is very complex. But I think that's where my next desire as an actor is to do something that sheds a light on the chaos we're experiencing at present. Okay.
So you have a bit of time to go to see your fan on a small convention, beer convention. Is it your first time in France?
No. I came to this same convention like maybe 6 years ago.
6 years,
and about 2 hours into it, I came down with like the worst flu of my life, and I had to go back to the hotel. So I missed the whole convention. I was lying in bed in a hotel in Paris. So this is the first one where I've been able to come and actually, you know, make
good time.
the 2
You
days,
see a lot of fans. What are they talking about? They come to see you for Spartacus, for Deathstroke.
Man, you know what? It's different at every convention, but at this one, they seem to love Azog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only, you know.
Okay, Zach.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I would have thought Spartacus because I played the Gaul, but I think you know the Hobbit, for especially even like, you know, Spartacus is not for every age group.
Yeah.
You know, and Arrow was kind of like, you know, the people who watched Arrow are now in their mid-20s, but still young kids today are watching The Hobbit. You know, like it's one of those timeless.
That's right.
It's like one of those books you pick up. You know,
Yeah.
any time in your youth. Yeah.
And are you familiar with other universe like Harry Potter, Star Wars, and everything? And maybe one of this universe you will like to be part of because you play in the Hobbit, so the Lord of the Ring universe. Yeah. It's a big one. You play Deathstroke, so the DC universe, also a big one because the comics are really good. Is there another universe that you like?
Our universe. You know, it's like, yeah, as I said, you know,
the real.
Yeah. You know, I've done a lot of fantastical, wonderful, imaginary characters, fictional characters. You know, I'd like to sink my teeth into something realistic and grounded. You know,
and maybe a thing where you can dance.
Maybe, you know, there's something. Last
Tango
in Paris. Last Tango in Paris too.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
that could be something. Maybe something maybe more fun. Also, do you like to do comedy? Maybe.
It's totally like, you know, all my friends always, you know, because you know in my friends group, you know, we have a lot of laughs and joke around, and they're always like, why do you always play these such serious characters?
Yeah,
you know?
really.
I mean, when people come to see me and I have to sign autographs, you know, they walk up expecting kind of like this, you know, Slade Wilson with a patch on his eye, going like, "Hey kid, would you like me to sign an autograph for you?" I keep my you know, they expect this thing, or you know, like people walk up and of course they expect like Crixus is like, you know, this classic, you know, shall we begin? You know, it's like this kind of warrior thing, you know, and you know, usually when they come over, we go, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "What?" He smiled.
So,
you know, or the kids look at me and they think like, you know, they go, you know, the parents have gone like, "We're going to go meet Azog," you know, and Azog's like this 12-foot white orc, and they meet this Polynesian guy.
No, it's
this guy from Moana, you know.
Yes. You could maybe a local film or local TV show about New Zealand story, something like to tell Australia, something that you will.
Oh, you know, I mean, Jason Momoa is doing an incredible job with Chief of War. You know,
exactly.
I mean, amazing, incredible production. You know, so such a vivid and beautifully told story of the Polynesian people. You know. Done very well. Yeah, I mean, you know, something like that is really important. You know, I mean, I spent time in Tahiti recently, where my origins are from, and even though I'm a New Zealand Maori, the New Zealand Maori originally came from Tahiti. So you know, I just discovered those roots and that part of my own heritage. And
do you have some French there?
Some French?
Yes.
Yeah, Crixus.
Yes,
the goal.
But can you say some word in French or not at all?
J'ai faim. Oh, je suis fatigué.
That's it. So, yes, Crixus is a Gaulois, but it's not. We don't know if it's French or not.
I heard there's some village somewhere in France that's got a statue of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's sort of down past Lyon, more towards sort of the Swiss border or something. Okay. Yeah, that's the area where. I have to visit it. I've not been there, but yeah.
Okay, last.
I should go there.
Last question. Well, you already talked about other things than acting, but are you engaged into some mission, some things you want to do well, and message you want to pass when you go on to see your friend and everything, things that you care about?
Again, I'll repeat. Today's situation in the world is escalating. Kind of like you know, and it's art. I think it's artists' responsibility to sort of mirror society and try to get messages out there. You know, politics often you know is purely on the agenda of one view of the world, whereas, you know, the whole world needs to sort of like share some sort of common vision, you know, in order to get through what we're going through. So, you know, I'd like to see, you know, and I think it's happening. I mean, Netflix is becoming much more inclusive of international storytelling. I think there's just a responsibility for artists to do what they can, you know. I've been spending a lot of time in Greece lately. In Greece, Greece actually built the first amphitheater, which is like, you know, this might sound a little bit technical or whatever, or historical, but an amphitheater is like an acoustic space in which you watch performance. The same thing exists today when you sit on your couch and at home with the TV and the sound system, and you're watching. This was built in Greece by the Asclepios, the medicine people, because the medicine people understood that the human connection between performance and an audience had like medicinal qualities. You know, like when I meet Spartacus fans, or, you know, performances that I've put my heart and soul into, and really sort of like bled as an artist, they tell me, you know, sometimes in tears, how much they were moved by the performance. So this idea of connecting as human beings through the arts is real. It's sound waves, it's emotions, it's order. You know, it's you know, and again, you know, there's this lack of that going on in the world right now, and I think, you know, this return to medicine in terms of the arts is an important call for me. And when I went to Greece and found this out, I thought to myself, like, you know what, maybe I should stop thinking about trying to win an Academy Award or get a big payday, and just think about, you know, what I can do, you know, what I can do as an artist. So, you know, that's where my consciousness is right now, you know.
Okay, that's very clear. Thank you, Manu, for this short moment. I hope you will like this second day in Paris Manga.
Merci,
and
merci.
have a good time.
Yeah,
Thanks.
merci.
Merci.